Welcome back to the wretched hive of scum and villainy that's actually cleaned up its act quite a lot since the last game. Well, mostly. It still looks pretty cringy, but it's better than it used to be. You might notice there's a shiny new building here where Mirror B's hideout used to be. Oh, what's all the commotion there? Were they trying to do a story on the 35 years guy? Well, for now, we can kind of ignore that. Hey there, Kale. How you going? Yeah, I remember you from Colosseum. Not that this new protagonist would. He's also like a full head taller than this guy. Yep, let's battle you, for old time's sake. This is pretty much optional, but, you know, this guy was a semi-major character back in Colosseum, so we might as well battle him again, and his Pokemon have all devolved since that game, though they might be the offspring of those Pokemon that he used last time. That'd kind of make sense. Anyway, I'm going to be using my two Shadow Pokemon here just because I want to get them purified a little bit. Oh, okay. I need to be careful about directly hitting you, that means. That is interesting. For now, I think I'll just double blitz the Snubble, because I feel like I can afford to leave that Ralts there. The worst it can do is Confusion, which has no effect on one of my Pokemon. Light Screen. Well, my Shadow moves here being physical, they'll bypass that, so that's not really that big of a deal. That's not going to finish off the Snubble. Yeah, no, it's not. Bite. I hope you're going for Kavana there. Yes, you are. Nice one. And you get rough skin damage as well. Because, yes, contact move, even though Bite is special in this gen. So you'll probably have a Machop in there somewhere, and a Seedot/Nuzleaf. If your team's anything like the one you had back in Colosseum. Well, there's the Seedot. It's obviously not a Nuzleaf yet. Okay, that actually is kind of a threat. I may need to switch out because my attack power might end up going really, really low here. Yeah, not that much damage. Seedot does have decent defense, at least compared to its evolutions, but still, I'd rather evolve it as soon as possible if I had one. I actually did use Shiftry in my first playthrough of XD. Well, I probably shouldn't say, I used the Walrein as well. And the third Pokemon that I used to complement that trio, I shouldn't say, because it's a Shadow Pokemon we'll be getting a little bit later, but it's kind of a spoiler. But I wanted to use some different Pokemon this time. Like, I was considering recreating my original team the way I did in Colosseum, but then I thought, you know what, I want to use some Pokemon that I haven't used before. Please don't hit Kavana. Thank you. So, yeah, like, Sharpedo is a Pokemon that I've always wanted to use on a main story team, but I've never Oh, actually, no, I did use one in Alpha Sapphire. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. Tuba, I believe, paired up with Bone Flute. Wow, Ralts' defense is pathetic, if it did that much despite the growl. So yeah, I actually have used one before. Just, it suddenly hit me that I took advantage of the faster surfing speed from Sharpedo in Oras. But I haven't used one in this game, so yeah. Also, I definitely have not used a Breloom before. Ah, Houndour, you did not have that before. Oh, I guess you don't have your Machop at all. Anyway, I might need to switch Shroomish out here just because I don't want to get ended. And I'll just finish off that Ralts with Shadow Blitz. We're still going to be getting a lot of experience in this fight, you just won't be able to see it until they're purified. And we do have the Pyrite Grand Hotel for healing, I'm just thinking ahead to after I finish this fight. But there is the Colosseum as well, which if this is anything like the previous game, it still has a healing machine there, so I'd rather go there, because you don't have to pay anything. Yeah, so that was not very effective, and it still did quite a lot of damage. That's just the quote-unquote joy of Kavana's incredibly flimsy defenses. So I'm gonna send in Leviatine, because I might possibly get a Flash Fire boost here, even though it'll be pointless, because that Houndour might also have Flash Fire, so my increased firepower won't do anything. But also because this battle's probably going to be over in a second thanks to this return. Please KO it. Yes! I love Return. Return is just really strong for this point in the game. So, we have defeated Rogue Kale. A lot of people have said that Kale and Willy are probably the and he has a different defeat animation now. Are probably the closest things Wes had to, like, friendly rivals back in Colosseum, so it's nice to see them return here. And, yeah, I need to heal a little bit after that, especially since my Kavana is now burned. Let's check out the fortune teller. Let's see if she's as useless as always. Wild Pokemon. Okay. Oh, and this place has its own music now. It didn't in Colosseum. I'd forgotten about that. So, Juking's been busy these last 5 years. He's actually found wild Pokemon in this region. A region that previously was thought to have none. So, that's impressive. That's very impressive. Also, hey there, street performer. Well, we're gonna need to go there anyway. Let's check out the police station, see if they're as useless as they always are. So yeah, here's the police here. Well, I mean, admittedly, he did arrest Evice at the end of the last game. I should probably give him some credit there. It's kind of funny how it mentions Roughnecks, and that wouldn't become a trainer class until the next game. And it looks like Gonzap is still at large. We'll find out about that later. Oh, hey, it's a Team Snagger member. Uh-oh. We probably shouldn't have shown that to him. Let's just hope that he forgets about it. Also, hey there, Chaser. So, it's just these two. Looks like they got into a bit of a punch-up and both got arrested. But, well, I mean, that's one way to get a Team Snagger member. If you can't find any evidence on their actual Pokemon stealing crimes, you can always just get them on something more minor, like street brawling. This building always struck me as weird. It looks very important, but it's not. So, oh, okay. Ah, right. This will become relevant a bit later. In fact, a lot of bookcases have things for you that will become relevant later. Just as a hint of what will happen eventually. So, Juking's kind of been doing some different stuff over the past 5 years. He's now left mostly running the city to Silver while he goes out in search of wild Pokemon. But you might remember these two from Colosseum. In fact, we snagged our very first Shadow Pokemon from them back then. Yeah, shopping. Right. Yeah, these two were involved in a lot of the corruption in this town back in the day, so it makes sense to be suspicious of them. And there they go. They're totally not up to no good again. And now they're out. It's not even mentioning how Wes is the main reason you're able to catch those two. X-accuracy is useless in this game because we have the call command. Yay! More cutting into the market profits of these places. You know, I admit I do that too. I always prefer to just use full heals. It's a lot more convenient. Anyway, what do you guys sell? You don't have nearly as good a selection of items as you did back in the day, but you do have revives. Might as well get a couple extra of these. More super potions, full heals, X items, no Pokeballs. Yeah, for now I'm not gonna spend money on that. This music is still nice. It's still as catchy as always. I'm a little bit worried that you're gonna battle me. Yes, I did. So people have discovered some. That's gonna obviously become important later, given how often people are mentioning this point. Hey there, Silver, how you been these past 5 years? Operating manager, in all capitals for some reason. So, Juking hasn't been around here very much. And the Colosseum's still operational. Books on Colosseums. Ah, and something else shining between the books. Yeah, we'll be coming back for that later. So, remember all of these. Oh, hi there. This is where the kids' grid used to be. Wow, Duke King stuck you in a cave to sell things. That's really sad. Then again, that old lady move tutor from earlier was also stuck in a cave. Like I said, we have the Pyrite Grand Hotel, but I'm not going to go there yet. You know what? I need to heal first. I will be back, but first I'll need to heal. Actually, I should just go ahead and talk to the people in here first. This place is pretty similar to how it used to be. Oh, hey, there's an item in here. Hope it doesn't belong to this guy or anything. Sadly, well, for someone like me who likes Zigzagoon, you can't actually find wild Zigzagoons in this game. One Paralyze heal, or Paralyze heal. Always found it funny how they had to abbreviate that. So yeah, some people do complain that the Ore region has lost its edge since Colosseum, but I do kind of like how the land is now becoming a bit more fit for wild Pokemon. It's just interesting showing how things have changed in the last 5 years. So yeah, I don't think I've ever once lost before the final battle in any Colosseum. In fact, I don't think I've ever once lost a Colosseum in this game, period. They're pretty easy. So, do you still charge money? 100. That's actually pretty much nothing, but I want to check out the Colosseum first anyway. So, here's Jewel Square. Just like back in Colosseum, you can battle the trainers here, but unlike in Colosseum, none of them have any Shadow Pokemon for you. So, this is all optional, and I might battle all of these people off camera. Just because, like I said, there's really not much reason to battle them aside from the extra experience. Or get stolen, yeah, point that out, because that specifically happened last time. And you! I know the rumors about you. Yeah. It might be 30 years lower. You might just be telling people that it's 30 years. Anyway, let's ignore him for now. That's where we need to go. I almost called it by the wrong name. I'll be talking about it once we actually get in there, because I have a weird story about that name. Now, this is also interesting if we talk to this guy. He talks about the Under, a location from the previous game. So, it turns out everyone from the Under moved out, and this guy is one of them. And the Under has now been buried. So, we can't go back to the Under at all in this game. Something interesting, though, is there is actually data for the Under's location in this game. But it still implies that it was abandoned anyway. The description says, an abandoned underground town. Also, your name is totally a pun. Okay then. Why was there a big... What? Does he do that every time you... That is very bizarre. But, yeah. So it's possible it was planned you were going to visit the Under, but they cut it out at the last minute. That's one of the only bits of unused data in XD, by the way. I'm probably not going to do an unused content video on this game, just because there's almost nothing of it. So I'll just talk about what little there is as we go through the game. We remember him, the disco guy. Yeah, he was a fairly tough battler. Now, I should mention, the Colosseum is actually accepting challenges, so you can do it if you want, and you'll get prize money and TMs for it. It's not necessary, though. I don't know if I'll cover this later in the game or not. But it is something that you can do. Like I said, though, you can battle the people in Jewel Square as well, but I'll also be doing that off-camera to... I think I need to purify my Shadow Pokemon a little bit more. These two are not going to be lasting very long at level. Adamant Breloom is going to be great. Even though grass moves are all special in this generation, Adamant Breloom is going to be so fun. I'm glad for that. Impish Kavana, though, that's plus defense minus special attack. Unfortunately, Kavana doesn't learn that many physical moves in this gen, so that might not be the best nature. But anyway, this is ONBS. When I was a kid, I would always call this place OBNS, because I don't know about you, but I feel like OBNS rolls off the tongue so much better, especially for a news station. I mean, I can just hear a jingle like, OBNS, but ONBS just sounds awkward. I know it's like ORAN News Broadcasting Service, so I think that's probably what it is, but anyway. Also, this place used to be Mirabee's hideout, so it's been refurbished a lot in the past 5 years. Also, we have a vending machine here. Guess they moved that from the under as well. Moo Moo Milk! 500 Poké Dollars for 100 HP restoration? That is extremely good. Unfortunately, we can only buy them one at a time, but I'm gonna not... I was expecting a yes, no prompt there. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a lot of these. Okay, there we go. 20 Moo Moo Milks and accidentally 2 lemonades. But anyway, let's come here to do what we, well, came here for. This place has weirdly suspicious sounding music for such a benevolent location. I don't know why, I just always found this music weird. And you might remember her from Colosseum, though her Shroomish hasn't evolved in 5 years. I wonder if they're all about no younger than 10 before, they're probably around 15 now. So, in case you haven't figured it out by now, this guy could have explained it to us. ONBS was made by the former members of the Kids Grid. So yeah, the Kids Grid went on to do great things. Also, hi there, picture of Swampert. Picture of Groudon. I mean, they all use stock art, but they still look kind of cool. There's a few things that you can get in here. Mostly, though, it's just people to talk to. And yes, more info on the wild Pokemon story. They're still really young to be running a company, though, but then again, kids in the Pokemon universe do a lot of things at a very young age. Traveling around the entire world, beating criminal organizations, saving the world from legendary Pokemon threats. Oh, hey, remember you from the Krabby Club. And they're filming a TV program now. One's more outgoing, one's more nervous, I see. I was thinking that it must have taken a lot of work to completely renovate this building, but then I realized, yeah, like, my university changed a lot coming back there after, like, 5 years. So many buildings changed, replaced, entire area. Anyway, that's enough reminiscing. But yeah, so this is Sec. So we need to, well, firstly we need to tell them about that, so we need to get the data onto Ned. For now, that's all we can do here, though. I still think OBNS is more catchy, but yeah. I guess so. Peace and justice. Wonder who that was written by. That's locked. Obviously, we'll be able to do something about that later, because they never give you a locked door in, well, in a lot of games without actually giving you a way to open it. That sounds kind of interesting, although considering how hopeless he is with technology, not sure how well he'd do in that. Yeah, I guess we can do a side quest. The little girl joined the party. You know, I was about to make a joke about her name actually being the little girl, but then I realized I think Chugga already made that joke. Anyway, there can't be too many adult female NPCs around here. Also, we actually get to see the news as it's broadcast live. We're actually finally meeting the newscaster in person. I think it's the same one from Colosseum, too. Okay, finally they're running this story. I've been waiting for that. News travels, I guess, kind of slowly. Teen, huh? Okay, that... I guess that makes sense. The protagonist doesn't look that young. He's probably more in the young teen years, though. And they still play that jingle to sign off, too. Of course, the Anchor Woman's name is Anchor. Well, at least we have a name for her now. Oh, I still wish they'd done more with Malva back in Gen 6, but that's another issue entirely. You know, I wonder, considering that ONBS didn't exist back in Coliseum, which news network did she work for then? Well, I guess the closest call that you experienced was back, with that fake Wes. I almost called him Shadow Wes. But yeah, back in the first game. There's no chance one of these two is your mother. Doesn't look like it. You the girl's mum? Nope, doesn't seem like it. There's no way the girl's mother was, like, right in the next room. Nope, doesn't seem like it. Well, floors 1 and 2 are a bust. Hopefully we'll find the girl's mother on the next floor. So let's head up the elevator. So just, like... When you look at her like this, her hair... Actually, no, it doesn't. I thought her hair reminded me of Ashley from WarioWare for a second. Are you the girl's mother? No. Really? You're gonna block me from this treasure chest just because you're putting on makeup? NPCs are always coming up with the dumbest excuses to roadblock you. At least you're better than the dancing for no reason men from Black and White 2. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this is probably the girl's mother. So, looks like it was the 3rd floor after all. Yeah, we were very kind. Do we get a reward now? Do I get a reward? Oh, okay, I do. Oh, okay, Soothe Bell is very nice. That increases the happiness of, well, the happiness that Pokemon gain while they're holding it. In fact, that is going to be a great item to give. It's in the regular items pocket, isn't it? Yep, there it is. Oh, wait, no, but if I give it to you, you won't be able to pick up items with pickup. Oh, that's annoying. Better return power, items from pickup. You know, to be honest, at this level, I'm not getting very many good pickup items, so I'm just going to go for better return power. So that's going to gradually make it so that return gains power faster than it normally would. Anyway, let's check out more of this place. Sadly, that'll probably be dead one day. Like, really, I'm just trying to think, like, one day, like, writing might not exist anymore. Another something shiny between the books. So that's 3 so far in this town? And all of these people are gonna let us touch their stuff eventually. Firstly, 2 NPCs who are blocking chests from us for arbitrary reason. Well, admittedly, his reason is a bit better than the makeup girl, so I'm okay with that. Anyway, here we are up on the roof of the building. And you might notice something, Pyrite Cave is barricaded off now, so no going in there anymore. That location is forever inaccessible. What about people who've been approved by Professor Crane? And by his working partner? So, we've officially been approved. Obviously, they can't be too careful here. I mean, a place like this, it's kind of obvious Cypher will attack eventually. I mean, maybe giving them the CD is going to make them a bigger target. Is this really such a good idea? Well, we'll find out. Also, hey there, I remember you. You were in the under as well, if I recall right. Wow, Ned has certainly made a name for himself these past 5 years. They're using this weird computer there that looks kind of like that truck from earlier. So yeah, this is probably going to make you a priority target for Cypher. Don't blame us when they attack you. So, we need a distraction while Ned is deciphering the data, so, conveniently, there is something that we can do. We're going to go out to visit Duking at the Pokespot. I mean, this was kind of obvious considering how much of a big deal they made about wild Pokemon. And we should be pretty interested in wild Pokemon. Also, once again, we get Ned's P-Star DA number. Yeah, they were the ones running out of town earlier, weren't they? So, we need to go to the Rock Pokespot, which is all the way over there. That's pretty far on a scooter, especially over the desert. Hope there's some kind of dirt road or something like that. Anyway, let's see if they're... Technology and news reporting, difficult looking books... Technology and news reporting again, nothing shiny there. Oh! I didn't expect that. That happened pretty quickly. Wasn't even battling. And Shroomish will be ready to purify soon too. Yeah, these two are on very, very small heart gauges. Has that news story already gone to air? No, it hasn't yet. It is always weird actually seeing them inside the news stations filming. I saw that a couple of times in my life. One of the major news stations around here has its big office in Sydney, and you can actually see through the glass on the lowest floor the recording studio, and sometimes they're in there recording the news. So that's kind of funny. And there is Shroomish ready to be purified, so I'll probably purify those two right now, because they need to be gaining experience. I definitely want Shroomish to evolve. Well, actually... Well, I mean, if you don't evolve Shroomish, you'll eventually get Spore. But Shroomish has regained Stun Spore, which is great. Not quite as good as Thunder Wave, but still pretty good. And you've regained Bite. Not going to be that good with your impish nature, but it is at least boosted with the black glasses. So, now here we are down on the ground floor. All we have to do is go to that Pokespot. I might still do some of these battles off camera. Meanwhile... Yeah, that makes sense. Everyone knows you're criminals around here. But obviously, they were lying about having been reformed. Uh-oh. Is their boss still active? Okay then. That's a very weird way to keep track of your boss. Well, your boss is the head of a group of comic relief villains. I guess you need to know where he is, because it feels like he's one of those people who you'll be talking about him behind his back and he'll be right behind you. You know, that comedic device. So the comic relief villains are back to their old tricks. Also, yeah, make sure nothing gets past you, but let's just say don't count on that. So, our next destination is that Pokespot, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and purify these two Shadow Pokemon, and then I'm going to go ahead and do those battles off camera, because I think I need a little bit more experience, so I'll see you back here in a bit. So, Kavana regains the best water move it'll ever have access to. And the worst XD exclusive move. Barely any experience too. You are going to need some serious training. I already have a nickname in mind, though I'm not actually sure I'll be able to fit it. Let's see. Well, I can fit it exactly. I know the movie that I'm referencing isn't really that good, but I'm referencing a line from it that I found kind of funny back in the day, so from now on you will be the Fish Slayer! They'll never see it coming. So with Shroomish purified, we're going to regain something very, very, very good. False Swipe! You won't be able to use the Spore False Swipe combo unless you're insane, but Paralysis with False Swipe is not bad either, and it has an advantage over Sleep in that it never wears off. We also regain, wait for it, the worst XD exclusive move. Oh, you actually did level up. Twice, actually. Why didn't Kavana level up? That's kind of strange. Anyway, I don't have a nickname in mind. I'll come up with one later. So, I think I'll end this part here, and next time, we'll be going to some Pokespots and talking about the wild Pokemon of the Ore region. So, I'll see you then. Oh, yeah, so on the way to do those battles off camera, this happened. This is the notification that you get when you have a Pokemon in the Purified Chamber that's ready for purification. Just thought I'd mention that. So that's something else I'll be doing off camera. I'll be switching out the Houndour for a different Shadow Pokemon.